Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem. Kyrie Jesu Domine.
Good morning and welcome to the commentary on the readings as we enter this fifth week of Lent, and we're getting ready for Holy Week. Music in the background is from Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ. It is an excellent thing to watch this week or next week to really feed your religious imagination. I mean that in a good way. Religious imagination is essential to opening our hearts and minds to the reality of God. Imagination is not a childish thing, it is an essential thing in our relationship with the mysterious, and that is the Holy Trinity. And luckily, because of the Incarnation, we have a lot of physical reality to feed our religious imagination. So that's the soundtrack to The Passion of the Christ. Excellent movie. Can't watch it without coming to tears. Can't watch it without feeling profoundly sorry for my sinfulness and what I put Jesus through, physically and spiritually. Anyway, today's readings, Jesus once again is talking to the scribes and Pharisees in John. In the Gospel of John, man, this is no pulling the punch Jesus. He is bold, he is certain, he is extremely confident. He's always extremely confident, but nowhere does the confidence of Jesus Christ come across clearer than in the Gospel of John. The Word made flesh acts with supreme confidence, no fear, and trust in God, and a boldness that should strengthen all of us as disciples of Christ. The scribes and Pharisees react to Jesus saying he's going to go where they cannot come. That is death and hell and then resurrection. And they think he's talking about killing himself. They too need the guide for dummies, just like the apostles do, and we do as well. We don't always understand God's movements in our lives. That's why it requires patience and trust, so essential in our relationship with God. So anyway, then Jesus goes on to tell them about his relationship with the Father. And this is where we start this week. Man, we start unloading the I am statements. And every time Jesus says, I am, it would be like those of us who are trying to be somewhat devout and respectful of God, hearing somebody say GD all the time. You know? And if you're like me, I kind of cringe. I can handle a lot of vulgar words. I really try to stay away from GD or JC. I want to respect God's name. I fail a lot of other ways, but I want to respect God's name. Well, every time Jesus says, you will learn that I am, or I am, or I am, we have to understand, to devout Jews, again, we have to ascribe that the scribes and Pharisees are not per se evil people in the sense of malice. They are blind and hard-hearted in their relationship to Jesus. They're trying to be good and faithful. So we want to be careful about over-maligning them any more than ourselves. If you're going to malign the scribes and the Pharisees, go look in the mirror and say, I am a scribe and Pharisee, and say that until it gets through our cinder-block skulls. That, yeah, I'm right in league with them. My own attitudes at times have made me a scribe or a Pharisee. And then go back to listening to Jesus and thanking God and trying to be humble, you know. But those I am statements fly right in their face. And man, in St. John's Gospel, he is blunt about them. And every time they conspire to arrest him, to stop him, they have no power over him. All the power that we have over Jesus is because he gives it to us in loving obedience and absolute trust to the Father, and solely for our redemption. You know, Jesus is the Lion of God, surrounded by the broken hyenas of humanity. Have you ever seen those videos, real life ones in National Geographic? There's a lot of animosity between lions and hyenas, and it never goes well for the hyenas when they attack the lion. And that's why we should never attack God. And we will when we get angry or disappointed. We will attack God. I have, and you probably will too. I'm sorry and realize how stupid I am. And I hope I don't have any future chapters of that. Because Jesus strides among us for our redemption. Jesus walks a dark valley to be our light. So anyway, God bless. Happy Tuesday. Yes, all days seem like Tuesday because of our social seclusion. So happy Tuesday, or every day as we like to call it. God bless.